A massive welcome here to Kyle Army Grand Prix Circuit. See out on the track at this point in time, the man who is setting this track alight in the Solidarity E-Race, courtesy of AfriHost, NEC, Data Sciences Corporation, and Pure Storage, all our sponsors. And it is an awesome opportunity for us to go on board with him. Can you believe this? Yes, that's what we're physically able to do here with this game. Alleric, it is fantastic to have you here with us, buddy. Take us through how things have gone so far. I can see you've probably opened a few eyes in terms of the normal circuit racing drivers and your ability to get this car set up.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's something special to actually have to be able to drive against real racing drivers. It's not the thing we really get often, probably like the first time ever. So, the sim racing scene is I think the whole sim racing scene is kind of impressed with the whole situation. Even though it's quite a bad one for the sim racing scene, it's somehow really beneficial.
It certainly is. I mean, we're doing our best here to help people out from the motorsport point of view and the motor industry's point of view to keep them going during the lockdown period. But of course, it's ideal for you guys because this is what you guys do literally week in, week out.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it was always a dream to be able to drive against Calvin van der Linde, Sheldon, Jordan. 2 weeks ago, I got to sit in Discord and help out Calvin with car setups, which was quite surreal. It's literally dreams coming true for some of the sim racing drivers here.
I think there's a couple of guys out there that might need that help because there was a bit of complaints and back and forth all of last night on the WhatsApp group on trying to get these cars set up. It's not an easy thing to do. You guys probably do this in your sleep and don't have to worry about it too much, and that's why you're able to get in the laps that you've got in so far.
I think it goes from person to person and team to team. Because with some teams, like the team I'm currently driving in, we have real-life race engineers that help us out. So you get apps like Motic, which is you get real-life telemetry out of the cars from the games, and it's like they even say to us it's one-to-one like real life. So what they can do is basically set the car up exactly like they do in real life, and we give them feedback and stuff, and that's how we get the optimum, the best performance out of the cars.
So you're saying that there's basically a little crossover that could happen here. You guys having the ability to do this on a screen and on a simulated race like we're watching right now. If you had the opportunity to get into, okay, we're not going to say a Lamborghini, but let's say, for instance, maybe a Polo Cup car or a GTC car, your experience and your ability to give that kind of feedback is certainly going to be invaluable to the guys that do the setup on the real cars.
Yes, 100%. We get to learn all the things along with having a real-life race engineer. They also bring all their knowledge from the real world into sim racing for us, so we get to also get a peek into the real-life procedure of what it's like.
Do you think there's some kind of merit in what we've done here? Not only from the charity point of view, but looking at what we've done from an entertainment point of view for people that are stuck at home with nothing else to do?
Definitely. I think everyone that gets exposed to sim racing for the first time is kind of awed by what it's like. I think it's a really overseen thing. It's not really a thing that people really know of, especially in South Africa.
Yeah, I think. So, but if I take into account what you guys are doing and what you've done particularly, and there's a couple other guys that we'll sort of mention throughout the weekend as well as in the semi-finals and grand final if they make it through there. But it's become a multi-million rand kind of industry, and you alone sit there as one of our professionally paid sim racers.
Yeah. It's getting there. I think overseas is obviously way more advanced and way more developed. But I think in South Africa we have local esports teams, like organizations and stuff, starting to pick up sim racing drivers. For example, we have White Rabbit Gaming, which is a really big local esports organization. Mm-hmm. And they recently picked up Jason Absmeyer, which is also one of the front runners here in the scene.
Yeah, he was right at the front end the whole of yesterday, and looking like he might be staying in that top 10 as well. So it looks like the cool thing I saw last night in our update session, Alleric, was the ability to see almost a 50-50 split there between real racers and sim racers.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something to get used to for real racers. I can just imagine, because in real life you have the G-forces, you have fear. It's quite tough to go between the two. So I can understand that the real drivers might struggle a tiny bit, though I do know there are some real drivers that do know how to do well in sim racing as well. Charles Wilkin, I mean, we have Morgan, yes, I can't remember his surname now, but we have another guy called Morgan. He used to do karts with Calvin van der Linde and them. He's also insanely fast. I mean, he can probably come into this scene and beat us all.
Well, that's impressive stuff. Your lap times have been pretty impressive as well. You're currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard, so we wish you all the very best, and thank you for joining us here. And we'll hope to see you in the semi-finals, and then I'm sure that you're aiming to get to the grand final as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me. It's pretty nice to have all this. Thank you.
Well, that's Alleric Enslin there, our top man from Barwell Motorsport. He's the man who's set the pace so far. Fantastic to have him. And remember to catch all the action here from the Solidarity E-Race all weekend long, as well as on our YouTube and social media platforms. And look forward to Tuesday night at 7 o'clock to our live stream of the 4 semi-finals, and on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, the grand final. A 10-lap sprint race and a 20-lap mini-endurance race. From Solidarity E-Race, we'll see you soon. Take care then. Bye-bye now.